In real estate, we have to have many skills. Of course, marketing ourselves, marketing the property, and one of the most important ones I think we'd all agree on is our pricing skills. The question is, how good are you at pricing properties? Well, it probably reflects in how much volume you do per week or per month in real estate. I did about 8.6 transactions closed per month for over 4 years. So the question is, was I just good at self-promotion? No, I was pretty good at pricing properties. Used to carry 20-something listings any given time, about 10 pendings or so any given time. One of my strengths was in pricing properties. When I was in Kansas City a few years ago, it was a weekend of my wife's birthday, and I took my nephew to one of the Kansas City malls to buy my wife some diamond earrings. I was going to surprise her. It was a fun gift. So I took him with me. He was a young teenager at the time. And I remember saying, Nick, as the jeweler brought out the diamonds, and I'm looking through that little piece of how you study cut, color, and clarity, the 3 C's, evaluating a diamond, are cut, color, and clarity. So we got that chart out there, and I'm looking through this little glass thing. The person walked away, and they said to my nephew, Nick, I have no idea what I'm doing as I'm looking through that glass, that eyepiece. But I said, I'm trying to negotiate like I do have a clue what I'm doing. But in truth, cut, color, and clarity, I have no idea what I was looking at. So now you have a real estate agent putting a house on the marketplace. You have a listing, you have to determine market value. The seller interviews 2 or 3 agents. One of the worst ways that we can ever determine market value is, again, this is probably the worst way to come up with market value, is price per square foot. It is almost a ridiculous way to measure a property. And I stopped doing it years and years ago and learned how to eliminate my competitor at the kitchen table by better informing the seller of what the price should be. There's about 10 ways. Like in the diamond, there's cut, color, and clarity. In real estate, there's about 10 ways to determine market value. Price per square foot's one of them. But if you had to say which one's the worst of the 10 ways, I'll show you that the worst way is price per square foot, which is the most accepted way to do it. There's 5 perspectives that we need to take on determining market value. Kind of like like if you're buying a diamond. The insurance broker has one perspective. Once you purchase that diamond, the insurance broker is going to look at that diamond in a certain way. Replacement cost. Then my spouse looked at it a different way, real emotional look. Then the diamond jeweler who's selling it, they have their own perspective. Retail price. It's the same diamond. Everybody's looking at it differently as far as determining value. In real estate, there's 5 perspectives. There's the buyers, there's the buyer's agents, there's the appraiser, then there is the seller and the seller's agent, listing agent, and of course there could be a 6th one, the tax assessor. It's the same piece of property. So if you learn how to take in all perspectives and understand how the system is, it's not price per square foot, how to determine market value, you will eliminate your competitor, you get more referrals, and also price houses better, so they sell faster. Because I couldn't carry 20-something listings at a time if my average days in the market was high. Could I? You've got to be a good analyst. So you've got the 5 perspectives to take a look at, and they're all starting with, most of these start with C. In diamonds is cut, color, clarity. In real estate, of course, we have the comps. Everybody has to look at the comps. So how are you better looking at the comps than I am, or somebody else? And of course you have the competition. Then you have cumulative days on market. And then you have the compound appreciation. Now, are you a good analyst? Do you understand the compound appreciation, or do you use the method we call PFA, pluck from air? Because most realtors determining market value is a bit of pluck from air. Because have you been trained as an analyst? Is your broker an analyst? Is the software using analyzing market valuations? Or are you just using the MLS data and you're trying to interpret it from your perspective? Much like me and my nephew Nick in Kansas City looking through the eyepiece, and I said, Nick, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to purchase the product. I'm trying to look like I know what I'm doing. So, are you a good analyst? Are you just looking at comps from price per square foot perspective? When you have compound appreciation, an understanding of capital improvements. By the way, what percentage of capital improvements have a rate of return? Read a remodeling magazine, it'll tell you the kitchen's got 90 to 110% return for the improvements. How about a roofer? They'll tell you, or people replacing windows, that you get 90% return. Some of these numbers are ridiculous. What are the true rates of return? Are you winging it, or do you know the answers? So, to become an analyst, my recommendation to you is find out how to be an analyst, because this is about moving money. We have to know compound appreciation, capital improvements, and the return on those things, cumulative days in the market, the comps, the comparables, the condition of the property. Does the property have FOMA, features of mass appeal? There's 10 different ways to determine market value. And after all, that's what we're paid to do, not to be marketing geniuses. Too often our industry goes to the kitchen table to tell a seller that I'm a marketing genius. That's why you should hire me. But if the house is overpriced, can you sell it? If it's overpriced. $500,000 house, priced at $700,000, can you sell it no matter what brand you're at if it's overpriced? So you have to be an analyst to understand how not to overprice a property. If all you're using is comps, how are you really bringing tremendous value to this homeowner? So my recommendation is get the information to determine how to become an analyst, and I promise you, you will start eliminating your competitor more on listing calls, be more valuable to the seller so they send you more referrals, and you'll sell your houses faster. Thanks for watching.